Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hoop Money here with another video for you guys today. Today we are going to be talking about another potential short squeeze play, but this one has a twist. This short squeeze play has barely any downside. Yeah, you heard that right. There's almost zero downside to this play, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. A lot of you guys got into support. There are a lot of people who commented on my video saying, oh, Hoop Money, I got into support well above $8 per share when you first started making videos, and now I'm down. And personally, I'm starting to think support is going into a bear trend. There's a lot of different reasons why the momentum isn't really there anymore. The volume has been dying down on support.com a lot right now. There has been some rallies on support, but those rallies just aren't sustaining. We saw in after hours support was up 10%, and now throughout the day it's back down. So yes, I do think there was some illegal things going on with support.com, but you should protect your investments, and if something looks like it's going to continue to go down based off of the trend is your friend. So do what's best for your money and don't become a bag holder. Anyways, we have another play that I'm putting on your radar today. I didn't want to just talk about every single short squeeze play. I know I've done that in the past. I see a lot of upside with this one play, and I don't see too much downside risk. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so I'm not going to take credit for this play because I did not find it. However, I do agree with this play and the fact that I do think there's probably around a 100% or more upside in this stock, and the ticker symbol is VIH, and I did find it from this guy right here. His name is Gur, and he makes a lot of good plays. You can follow him on Twitter if you want. So the ticker is VIH. The short interest is about 45%. And this play is a SPAC, so it's a special purpose acquisition. You can see VPC Impact Acquisition Holdings. It is a SPAC, and it's around $10 per share as we speak. So there's really not too many downside, there's not too much of a downside risk with this one. The net asset value is around $10.01 per share. And the crazy part about it, yes, small cap, tiny float. The crazy part about this play is the fact that short interest was being added onto this stock around $10 per share. So there were plenty of people who shorted this before it went down. As you guys can see from this chart, there was plenty of short interest in this range. A lot of the short interest started getting added onto the stock throughout this whole $10 range. So even if this stock goes to $11 per share, there will be plenty of shorts that are down on the stock. Now, right off the bat, I wanted to get this video out for you as soon as possible before it started shooting up, because I'm already up a good amount on my options positions on this stock. But I don't really know why people would short this stock at $10 per share. We'll look at the Ortex data to prove it in just a moment, but I don't know why. I'm going to have to keep researching and figuring that out, but let's just jump into the Ortex data. Alright, so here is the Ortex data on VIH. As you guys can see, there's a current estimated short interest of about 6.53 million shares. Now this has a 15 million share float, so that comes out to about a 37.41% short interest. The last reported short interest figure was about 40% on August 24th, and it has a cost to borrow of about 8.25 shares. The utilization rate is about 96.95%. And jumping over to the chart right here, we can see exactly what I mean. So over here in May, this is when short interest started picking up. There's a short interest of about $14.74 as of April 26th. That's really just when it started to pick up for real. And as you guys can see, the share price at this point was around $11 per share. It opened at $10.97. It closed at $10.80. And the estimated short interest was 14.74%. And as we go along here on this chart, you can see the short interest is just gradually picking up and picking up. And as it's a SPAC, it doesn't really go too much below $10 per share. We saw it hit about $9.80 at one point, but this whole time the short interest was picking up. Why? I am not exactly sure. Now we can see on the chart that the average age on loan was about 75 days. You can also see that there was this point starting in the middle of June where the average age on loan started going down, meaning that new people started shorting this stock. And then again, guys, the stock was at like just a little bit over $10 per share at this point. So judging off the average age on loan, we can get an idea of where the majority of the shorts have got in on this stock. I do think that a good amount did get in beforehand in this earlier price action, but there's still a very decent amount of shorts that got in when it was around $10 to $11 a share. Another important metric for short squeezes is actually daily volume. So you can see daily volume here as well was about 1 million, around on average a million, and even less before this past week. So with a 6.5 million share short interest, that means it's severely outweighing daily volume. So if there was a day where all of the shorts decided to cover, it would make a significant increase in the share price. Here we see some of the short volume statistics as well for BIH, and almost every single day it's above 40%. And all of this data is from the last 2 weeks of August, when this thing was around $10 per share. Failure to delivers are not too big of a deal with this stock. There's barely been any so far. And then here are the funds that are disclosing short positions on this stock. And as you guys can see at the top of the list, the most recent fund is Citadel Advisors. If we take a look at Fintel's short squeeze list, we can look up VIH and see it has 135 rank for the short squeeze score, and it has about an 80 out of 100 short squeeze score. And looking at the options flow of VIH, it is almost entirely bullish. There's lots of bullish bets on this stock going forward because, well, there's minimal downside risk. Now, because this stock was talked about greatly today, there was definitely an uptick in volume and an uptick in share price. It's now up $2.6% on the day, so you're not catching it at the lowest point. I got in on this at $10.01. I caught it before the big volume spike, but still, it's still a very good deal. There's still very minimal downside risk. Obviously, my risk is a lot less because I got in at $10.01, but it's still, that's only a 20-cent risk per share from where I got in at. So it's still very minimal downside risk. And with this obvious increase in volume, it's going to have more eyes on it. There's going to be more buying pressure in the coming weeks. And I really do think this is a good play going forward. Now, obviously, do your own research as well. I'd appreciate if someone could help me out and do some more research because there are a lot of lawsuits against this stock. If we look at the Fintel, the news list, there's a bunch of shareholder alerts for some lawsuits going on. If there's someone in the comment section that likes analyzing some lawsuits, feel free to hop in my Discord and try to tell me what's going on, because that could be a huge reason why some shorts decided to short this stock around $10 to $11 per share when it's trading near net asset value. I think this is going to short squeeze either way, but it would be nice to know why some shorts are piling in. Citadel shorted this stock in August. So in my opinion, the lawsuits are probably the biggest risk going forward with VIH. That's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. As always, I think this could be a great stock. It's picking up on social media, as I said, and that's always a good indicator of a short squeeze. It's still early. It's still trading only 20 cents above net asset value, so there's still time to get in on this stock. I personally bought a lot of call options. I'm going to consider buying shares as well. Shares are obviously cheaper. The call options are up a lot right now. My call options are up a very good amount compared to where the shares are up. The shares are up maybe 2%. The options are up maybe like 50 to 60%. So you're getting a much better deal with the shares, but options can be a good play as well. There's also warrants and units for this, as it is a special purpose acquisition company. So if you wanted to get more leverage on this stock, but you didn't want to play options, you can also play warrants. I don't know too much about warrants, but if that's something you're into, you can definitely play those as well. That's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys wanted to get up to $70 in free stock just for signing up and depositing as little as $1, check out that link below in the description or in the pinned comment section to sign up for Public. Public is an amazing stock trading brokerage. It's similar to Robinhood in terms of its user interface, but they don't scam you the same way Robinhood does. They don't use psychological tactics to get you guys to do some high risk trades the same way Robinhood does, because they sell your trading data. They literally make transaction-based revenue, payment for order flow, all that stuff. Robinhood is literally scamming you. Download Public right now. Use code HoopMoney. You get up to $70, so it's basically free money. Check that out. That's all I got for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Peace.